You guys in there? Is anybody watching? Things you need to have first of all in tournaments. What you're gonna have in this in your backpack. So I'm gonna teach you guys what I keep in my backpack when I go on tournaments, so I could just be ready. It's mosquito repellent. I always keep one of these. You could buy smaller ones. This is a big ass one. You could buy a smaller one and then just have it in there. Especially on spring and summer, so when the mosquitoes are just eating you alive. Get a little lotion, put it in there. You gotta protect your skin, man. You don't want to be looking like you got brown gloves, and it's all like light over here is brown gloves. Cooling beams, your nice little measurement. I got a 22 inch, but it's better if you get like an 18 inch. There's no tournaments that will probably go beyond the 18. It's just crazy. You want to keep your soft plastics in your backpack too. What I do, I get like 5 packages of baits that I like, that I know I'm going to use. So you tape in the middle, the sides, and it just keeps them in there. Look, need a strike king, bam, there you go. Need a missile bait, bam. Need a Senko, bam, Need a stinky bait, bam. This time I took a lot of stuff because I didn't really get the lake. Next time I'm gonna take a trip up there. Maybe like a few months before, or like a month before, or whatever. And I'm gonna try to learn the lake, try to see what baits I could use. Don't take too much baits. You're gonna get overwhelmed. 3 packages like this of like 5, different lures. Soft plastics would be nice. I wish I would have taken something like this. And by the way, I didn't even use most of this stuff. Most of the stuff was in the packages that I used. Was in the packages that were just there, just for backup. Those are the ones that worked. And look, this is like my backup package. This Zoom swamp crawler. So I got my 3-pounder on that one. The Zoom swamp crawler. And this was just under my backup baits. This is just a part of a little 4-pack. I'm telling you, you have to go over there and fish yourself, because they had all these baits for the Delta, and none of them worked. None of them worked. I used all the baits that I thought was gonna work, like jigs and stuff like that. It just didn't work. Finesse was the way to go for this year, for fall. And this was the most finessey thing. Skinny, really small. Really, looks like a little meal, a real fast meal. You want to take all your baits that you're confident with, all the finesse. You gotta have finesse. Make a finesse one. Make like a go-to baits, and then make another one with second go-to baits, and then the baits that they say that's gonna work in the lakes, and then your finesse packages. 4 packages. Top waters. You gotta have top waters. I took this little thing, and I just had a little few top waters in there. For your hard plastics, this is a huge one that I took, but I didn't even get to use any of the hard plastics because it was finessey out there. I mean, all the lakes nowadays it's too much pressure on our lakes. Even this was considered a finesse bait. Reaction strike baits, those are perfect for when fish are really finessey, because it's just reaction bites. They don't even want to eat. They just react to it. There's always a little bit out of the bunch that do it. I didn't take my crankbaits and that time the crankbaits were biting. They were getting bit, and I totally messed up. So always take the baits that you're confident with, and I wasn't confident in the hard plastics crankbaits. I'm not even good at them. You need to learn all your depths and everything for this kind of stuff. If I throw a crankbait, I'm just gonna throw it out there. You got confidence in hard plastics? Hey, take yourself a bunch of hard plastics. Square barrel crankbaits. You could just mix it up in your own little concoction of lures. You gotta have where you keep all your weights, and which is called a terminal tackle box. You need a terminal tackle box. So you need to have your weights and your hooks. Like 1 size away, 2 size away is over here, and then like one size of hooks, two sides of hooks, three sides of hooks, your little swivels, you can do little, just mix it up in your own way how you want to take. But you gotta have a terminal tackle box. Scissors, man, gotta have your scissors. Get a nice scissors like this that you can keep in your backpack, and a little, you know, they sell little small scissors that you can keep in on yourself and you just have it ready to go for your ready pack. You know, little small scissors that I have over there. Hey, it's just ready pack, man. It's just take out your bait. You're like, snap. Your bait snaps off, and you're just like, oh crap. I used that one. That's what snapped. All right, cool. Oh, I need my weight. Bam, there you go. Quick. Done. Ready to go. If there's different species of fish over there, have yourself a bag of that different species, you know. If there's largemouth, smallmouth, have your largemouth stuff, and then have a little side one for the smallmouth where you can have all the smallmouth accessories like I do here. This is my smallmouth bag. And, spotted bass, smallmouth, they go for the small baits, tiny baits. You know, little baits like this, the little mini bitsy bugs, you know, stuff like that. In my smallmouth bag right here. So I got like a little spinner bait one. You know, you can make yourself a little bag one where you got your whatever you want in there. Also make research on the lakes and make sure if it's a current lake like the Delta current lake, and you know that there's gonna be current, take yourself a big weight. I got these 1 ounce weight, dude. 1 ounce weight. And you know what? I used a 1 ounce and a half, 1 ounce of these, and then a half one. And dude, it wouldn't even hit the ground. It will still take it. So you gotta be ready for that kind of stuff too. Your quarter ounces, your eighths, and your 3/16 of an ounce, and your half ounce are very important. But mostly what I would keep in mind is like, you know, quarter ounce, 3/16 of an ounce, and of course, your big weights. If it's finessey, just take yourself an eighth. Let it fall down slowly. The current lakes, there's a lot of them out there with current. So you gotta make your research on your lakes before. Make sure that so you can have everything that you need in there. Now I'm gonna show you guys what I took to the tournament. What was really important. I took 6 rods. I had 5 bait casters and 1 spinning reel. Oh no, that's a bad choice. It was a 6'6" rod, medium heavy. It's a Quantum Centex. It's a real good rod actually. That's pretty good backbone. And I was able to get in there pretty good on that skip it under dogs. The spinning reel was important, man, because you don't know what you're getting yourself into. The spinning reel came in and saved the day a bunch of. So I had the 6'6" and 7 foot, and then I had like this other 7 foot, but it was like it has more of a faster tip. This Shimano. You know, with the faster tip, you could use you know, spinner baits better. You can use your crankbaits with this one, and this other one has like a real good backbone. I could just use it for everything. This is like an all-around pull right here. I could rip fish out of the grass if I need to with this rod right here in the middle. And this one right, course, pretty much finesse rod, you know, all around, everything you need it for. It's all this right here. You go out there, you just don't know what's going on, man. That spin reel with that little rod it helps out a lot, man. I had different kind of lines. 2 65-pound braids. I had 1 20-pound braid. I had a 15-pound fluorocarbon and 8-pound fluorocarbon, 20-pound fluorocarbon. Things you want to keep in your car also, so just in case, because man, a lot of things could go wrong out there when you're out on the road. I bought myself a while back one of these tire inflators. I just bought it. I just have it in my car all the time. Just chills there. If you get a flat tire out there, just have one of these in your car. I don't think these things go bad. I have one of these in my car, and whenever I get a flat tire, just put this in there, get it going, drive around a little bit, and then just like it just throws like, it just covers up the hole for a little bit, and then you just leave it there for like an hour or whatever. You fill it up with one of these, just go and get your tire fixed or whatever. Also, little lifesavers, man, that you want to keep in your car. If you're gonna go where there's snow and stuff and you don't know how it is, take a little candle, a lighter, and some, you know, some cat litter just in case you get jammed up in some snow or something. You get out with that thing. There's videos on that too. You could check it up. Also, find out wherever you're gonna fish. If there's a bunch of snow, you're gonna need chains and all that stuff. You're gonna find out about all that. First few times I was staying in my car and saving money. You know, so the first day when I was staying in my car, I'll take like 6 of these, and then on dinner time, I'll grab like, yeah, you know, like 3 of them, and then in the morning I still have one. I'll grab them in the morning. I don't care. I'll spend like 33 cents for one of these. You know, it has all the calories you need, your fat and everything. You're gonna lose that all the way anyways. You're gonna sweat that out. Take your soups. You take some of these, and you're gonna get a place. Take some, and they have like a little microwave and a little fridge. Just take little stuff that you could keep in the fridge and you could eat instead of going out all the time. If you're gonna stay in your car, make sure your car is big enough so you can sleep in there, and be sure to bring a cushion, dude. You're gonna need a cushion. Oh man, it is very uncomfortable after you sleep in a flat ground for a long time. Believe me, man. I've been in tournaments where I didn't bring a cushion and I was tossing and turning all night and went to the tournament tired. And cushions, some blankets, pillow, you know, just little things like that you need. Also, take a whole gallon of water, put it in your backpack. A whole gallon of water of your choice. Just have it in there, because that's very important, man. You don't want to be out there and be all messed up. I keep all my, like, these little lunch things, and I just put them in there. They just stay in there. I warm them up before, or if not warmed up, I'll just leave them warm up in there. I'm gonna show you the baits that I used, but the backups are the only ones that worked, actually. But that's the good thing about backups. You take a few backups that are kind of similar to the ones that work, and you just take them just in case. Yeah. Sometimes they freaking work, man. I used Strike King KVD, and it's a rodent double header, and it's a small one. Got a small one there on a Texas rig. These VMC heavy duty swim bait hooks with the weight on there already. If you ever go out and use them, take these to your tournament. It's just real quick. Just screw it in there real quick on the middle. Make sure it's in the middle of the head. Just screw it in there. See how you just spin it? Dude, quick. Bam. I'm gonna go use this later. And just, the hook goes in there, the end of the hook with the bait. Ah! I used the Bass Assassin baby shads, and I used them on a double Zulu rig, and nothing, dude. So I used the Strike King. Cause this, I went fishing last time when I left. I didn't do so good on the Delta for the Wild West Bass Trail, and I went fishing right after I lost, and I used these tubes, and I got a big one. I had the walking bait, cause I caught one there with one, but I guess they were so untouched back there where I was fishing that I think that's how I caught them. But spinner bait, other spinner bait that I got from eBay, Booyah spinner bait, and I made this color myself. I just concocted a little color there, and I was like, I'm just gonna have to do this. And then I put the perfect plastic under, of course. Yum Swarm, Yum Finesse worm. Oh, there's a big bass. Oh, guys, hopefully it stays on. No, don't go in there. Oh. That guy's been down there for a while, and I did get some. I just let him go. Hey, buddy, can you say bye?